Kendo? What's going on? Hey Jorge, how's it going, man? I figured I'd run some Blitz with Cena at 3-star bronze since he actually gets a moveset that flows then. Really? On my microphone? Let me check. All my settings are normal. Hey Film Side. Is there still static now, or is that better? I think I need to do like 11 more. Okay. My headset has a mic that plugs and unplugs. It must not have been in all the way. Hopefully the video I recorded earlier doesn't have that issue, or I'll have to do it. Hey Roberto. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Long day at work, but you know, it's over now and gonna get some blitzes in. Yeah, I'm way behind you. I think I'm way behind everybody right now. I've only done like 12 or so. 12 or 13. But we got a while left. So I figured I'd 13 more, Roberto. Nice. Yeah, I figured I'd save them for something to stream. Gotcha. I did a lot better this month on shards for the first guy. Last month I was not able to get Typhoon to 3-star bronze during the first blitz. This month I was, but I'm not doing hell mode. Yeah, double red today. Was able to get him 3-star bronze film. These animations are fun. I don't think I'm going to get bored with them anytime soon. Are you talking about Typhoon? So mine has been better and worse. I've opened 2 of the Triple H bags so far, and both have been a lovely 5 shards, which is disappointing. There's a lot of black. Man, I was doing my dailies just to mess around with him with Earthquake today. I only have him at 5k talent. That guy is super freaking good. Super good. Very fast. Yeah, how much time do we have left on the Blitz? We got... Oh, 2 days yet? Okay, lots of time. Dang, BKJ. That's crazy. You know, BK, it's a lot easier for me just to say BK. So if you're okay with it, I'll just say BK. And everyone will think you're Burger King, and I'll have to apologize to you. For some reason, I keep wanting to say BKG, and I'm really thinking about it. Which, I type your name all the time, so you'd think I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Typhoon's a baller. Like, seriously good. At 9k. Nice. Double Fury, Roberto? Or something different. I'm assuming you're running, green, red, red? Oh, a lot of black. Two armor and 2 fury, green, red, red. Nice. Green, red, red is definitely the build I like for him. If I had Ray, maybe I'd think about the double yellow, but I prefer the green, red, red too. Okay. Batista. So Batista and Steel gets you both moves right away, yeah? Guess what? He is gears 4. Steel gives you the green for 8 and be turn 1. Yeah. And if anyone lives to the finisher, they're not gonna get out. I also need to 9k Batista. He's a very good trainer. Yeah, definitely need to 9k. Honestly, he's pretty solid at 4-star too, with the sub build and stuff. Right. Yeah, I have Breeze, so I don't have to worry about that part, but I still want Batista 9K because he's a very valuable trainer. He's decent at 4-star too with the sub that makes blast and then the blast moves. He's kind of annoying when you have to fight him on the road if he gets going. So there's a lot worse 9K trainers out there because he's usable as a wrestler too. I've been very fortunate with the dual MP trainers. Yeah, Batista's definitely... I mean, most powerhouses are really dang good to begin with, and he's got a pretty decent skill set. Yeah, Roberto, I think Earthquake is going to be a massive problem in Feud. 5-star, huh? It's too soon for the game. They have enough balance issues, so I feel like, yeah, I saw that. I feel like it's way too soon. They're still trying to figure out how to balance straps and metals, and they keep releasing more stuff there. So, yeah. I don't think the game's ready for 5-star, but we're gonna get it whether we're ready or not. So hopefully it plays well. That's all I really care about, because I have fun playing the game. I don't get too bent about a lot of the stuff that makes other people mad. I just deal with it and enjoy the fun parts of the game I like. But I do think 5-star is too soon. I do hope I get into beta though. I just worry about game balance, which they're already having a difficult time with. And then, honestly, so is anyone in the chat like mostly free to play or completely free to play? Yeah, TP is going to be a massive issue at 5-star with how much the moves cost. I'm just curious, like, so there's already sometimes a big separation from people that spend a fair amount, we'll say a medium amount, to people that don't spend at all. And I'm curious how many of you guys, if you're free to play, how many 4-star golds you have. Okay, Roberto, how many 4-star golds do you have? How do you feel like, are you going to be kind of ready for 5-star? That's what I'm curious about, because... Nice. This Cena really is not that bad. I mean, the random rows and stuff are going to be annoying, but he's not that bad. Obviously, Roberto, even being free to play, you play really smart if you were able to do a month and get Earthquake and stuff. So, okay. So, that's pretty dang good, being free to play. You're not behind a lot of people that spend too. So in cases like yours, 5-star probably won't be too big a deal. You'll probably be close to as ready for it as, you know, people that spend a lot. Yeah, that's super impressive. I did see a lot of people talking too about you have to spend so much to get characters, the new guys now, and I was gonna disagree with them, but I'm like, I'll just not say anything in general today. But they're talking about you have to spend thousands to get the chase guys, and I was like, no, you really don't. I think a lot of months, if you're in a good faction and you do your part, you don't even need to complete the solo event to get them, because the solo event anymore doesn't help you with shards or the character. Where before you used, the only way you got them was completing the solo event, and that required a lot more resources. Really, the big thing is doing the talent up, and then your faction doing their job, getting the blitzes done and stuff is huge. You definitely do, Roberto. Because if you miss any of those milestones on this first blitz, what did the top one is 90 shards, right? And then what's the one before that, like 70? That's like 160 shards. Yeah, 100%. Jorge, hey Punisher, what's going on, dude? Well, man, now we have to quit talking bad about Punisher. Hopefully he didn't sneak in here while we were bad-mouthing him before we noticed. Oh, settle down, Big John. Oh, why not? How's your blitzes going, Punisher? You got a bunch still to do, or are you done? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm doing hard modes, mainly for the keys. Nice, dude. That was fast. The what do you guys think about the token cost to do your 1% on this first one? It's pretty dang high. What is it, like, yeah, 24,000 tickets, 21,000, or 30,000 tickets? That's crazy. That's a lot of tickets. Yep. I know last month, the one that was 420 tickets for a hell run, I really went hard on that. Yep, a Punisher it does. I bought the $20 and the $10 straight up for the Blitz tickets. It didn't matter what else was in there. He's talking about the color orbs for each like striker, showboat, and then you can get like straps and stuff and all that jazz. They're in the loot. Yeah. Okay, not the board I wanted to see here. Still not. Don't want to do that. I don't really have a choice. Okay, question mark. Either way, he was getting yellow. So Punisher, if you can't say anything, that's fine. Do you know if Showdown is gonna have an event that goes along with it? This Showdown, or is it just regular Showdown? Oh man, Vince destroyed me. That's terrible. That's gonna be a problem because I'm using 2 fodder. Okay. Do. Awkward. I should have canceled out and then just put Shango on him. Alright, Shane. Time to save the day. I figured you couldn't. It seems likely if they're gonna... Gotcha. And they'll probably blog post it Thursday or Friday, I'd assume. Yeah, I know, Jorge. I should have. It was dumb. I was talking and not paying attention. It's okay. This will be fun with Shane anyway. And by fun, I mean really boring. Oh, do I have... I think I have... Yeah, I have that move leveled up. Sure. This is going to be terrible. I don't even know if I can beat him. Yeah, dude. I'm assuming Warrior would be a showboat, but he looks awesome. This is going to not be fun, guys. Oh, there's so much black. No. 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 No, don't force a pin. I can't kick out of that. Definitely. Frick. Yeah, I know, right? Showboat's the last class I want, but it looks like Showboat probably. You know what? This is gonna suck. But I'm gonna bring a good prop because I screwed up, so. Oh. My guess is warrior. Yes, it is awkward. I am not nearly as good a player as I like to pretend, clearly. I don't want to use the big one. Do I have a smaller one? It's gonna... Dang it. So dumb. These are such good props. Let's see if I need to use it or not. I don't want to waste 1,000 tickets either, though. Yeah. Is there any way warrior would be anything other than a showboat? You think? He even looks like a showboat in the outfit for the Masters of the Universe thing. So bad. This is so bad. I mean, I can heal for a lot. Striker would be great. Not as good as I'd take a trickster attack, but there's no way, right? Yeah, it's pretty much got to be showboat. There's just no way. Oh, F it. I just need to make sure I can get a pin, so... Which I can't. Yucky. He would have been fine. I just got a bunch of bad board. Yeah, this is stupid. Okay. One more time. I used to have him unleveled just for Blitz, the red heal move, but now you don't really need that stuff anymore. It's too specific and you need 3 and 4 stars, so. Oh, come on. This is great. How often do you get to see somebody suck this much, man? Yeah, I think just tech. So let's assume he gets tech, right? And Triple H is the acro, and Cena's the striker, so that pretty much covers him. Yeah, BlueStacks is a Android emulator. $6K damage. Whatever. Screw it. Yeah, if they do that like weird 3-face thingy of the New Day one, then Trickster makes a lot of sense. Okay. Now I'm ready to go. Epic battle. Crab battle. You're all too young probably to get that reference, but... You can do that. You didn't know that, Robert? You can level moves mid-blitz. Or at least I've always been able to. I think that's a thing. You guys have always been able to, right? Yep. Oh. Oh, you didn't know? Sorry. Couldn't help it. You know what? I'm done with this. I got enough loot boxes. I can just pin him. Whatever. That was stupid. Okay. Nothing to see here. Moving along. Yeah, 5 stars way too soon. They don't have the game balanced at all. Oh, I'm sure we don't want to hear his answers anyway. The TP event, I mean, like, you're getting 5 and 10 shards almost every time. So 8,700 frickin' TP for, what, 20 shards? 15? Maybe 30? Screw that noise. I thought 6,000 TP for 100 was bad. I don't... yeah, I don't even know what to... don't even really know what to say about the TP event. They've lost their minds on the milestones for that. That's... and it's not even a ton of ingots. Like... what is the last milestone? Oh, jeez, I'm really not paying attention. Holy crap. I mean, what is the last milestone? Isn't it like 12 or 13,000 ingots is all? Something stupid like that. So people have plenty of TP. What the heck? F a duck. How do you not, like... So like I said, like usually, like the game, I just have fun playing it. There's tons of stuff I don't like about it, but I don't actively let it bother me. However, when I hear like the comments and stuff that get made, it makes me really irritated. Huh. Bomber just showed me it not letting him level his Typhoon's ability in the Blitz. Wonder. Oh, that's because you're not. Don't go into him that way. You got to go into him when you're in the Blitz. If you try and do it from your roster, it definitely won't work. But if you go into him when you're in the Blitz, it works. Does that make sense? If Bomber's in here, I don't know if he's in here, but he just showed me in the general chat of my channel. Yeah, if you try and level their moves from your roster, it definitely won't work. But if you manually go into them in the Blitz, it will. Okay. Does that make sense, Bomber? Oh. You know, that makes a lot more sense now. You know, when I said awkward earlier, this is another one of those awkward moments. I knew you had to be somebody scoring a ton of points because on the blitzes, I just wasn't sure which one you were of the people scoring a ton. Bomber definitely makes sense. No wonder he calls you a freeloader, because you're the exact opposite. Yes. I should change his nickname on my server to freeloader. Why did I take that one? I couldn't tell you. That was dumb. What's funny is when I do the streams and there's a bunch of you guys in there and we're talking, I like almost completely quit paying attention to the game, which is actually great because the blitz goes by really fast. On the downside, sometimes I do some really dumb things. Yeah, there's no reason to. You don't, Robert. There's really no reason to. Yeah, I don't. It's how you use him. Like, it's a little slow, but when you take a striker and you can blow up literally the entire board, I mean, you're gonna end the match and win right there, and that's pretty great, right? I mean, like, you don't have to mess around with cycling or anything else. You're just literally blowing up the whole board as a striker, and there's no way that's not going to end the match. Plus, we're all going to have a strap for him. Yes, I would say this one having a skip belt for is one of the best guys you could, and I can absolutely see why people won't like him too. Have you guys played with Shamrock? You know how Shamrock, like, it takes that one extra turn to set him up, but then when he goes, boy does he go, and you're not kicking out. It's kind of similar to that, but not as good as Shamrock. Changed it to Furpo. That's awesome. So Shamrock downs your MP. So, but if you get a match, then next turn it doesn't matter, and then you're doing 100% black gem damage on a choose move. So he's ridiculous. But he's a little bit slower than some people like. However, when you get that move off, the match is over. No one's kicking out. So, I think there's uses for guys like that. And this guy's modern era, and I think just Harper and Breeze are really the only good modern era strikers, and they're both pretty rare. So there's probably a lot of people that don't have a good modern era striker that Cena can fill that. So Hall is tricky for me. Like, he almost always wins, but he almost always takes a lot of damage. So I don't like Hall. And maybe that's dumb. I actually prefer Nash way over Hall. He's good, Hall is, and he always wins. I feel like I always take a lot of damage with him at the same time. Are you almost always on voice when Joe streams Punisher? Gotcha. Yeah. One of my buddies, Jorge, has Shamrock and loves him. I have him at 4-star bronze, and I have a lot of fun playing with him. It's just silly how hard he hits. Nash is pretty useful because he has the red MP steal, and do you have Drew? If you have Drew, what are you choosing, like 5 columns to place down and then doing 6 randoms with Drew and Farouk on Nash if you have his gear? I think it's 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. It's 6 and 7 if you have his gear and Drew. So I prefer Nash over Hall personally, but I don't know that that's the popular opinion. Did you get his gear, Jorge? No gear. Okay, so you'd be doing, what is it, 4 and 5? Choosing 4 columns and 5 randoms, but then he's got that 5x1 he drops down, so either way, you know, he's still going to be dirty. And like I said, Hall is good. He, like, always wins. I just feel like he takes a lot of damage. I have both at 4-star silver, and I have Shamrock at 4-star bronze. And it's really hard to decide who I would take up of the 3 as well. I think for me it's between Nash and Shamrock though, but Hall steals black and you see a lot of double black Hogan, so you know. It's first world problems. Yeah, and Drew does too. And I have Drew and I have his gear, so it, you know. Out of those three, who would you take, Punisher? Or anyone else if you have input? I would say consistently, Striker is the hardest class for me to decide who I want to level because there's so many good options. You'd go Shamrock, yeah. That big boom with him is super fun too. When you 100% black gem damage on a choose, it's just crazy. I think almost any way you cut it, Jorge, all of them are good choices, so you won't be disappointed. Nash 6 and Brett NWO. Brett, yeah, he recycles his own finisher. And he's basically like, I think, a little better Volkov if Volkov doesn't have gear. And he has more hit points. Okay, Vince. I see you. Let's not kill me here. That'll work. So, if it's like 4-star bronze was, I don't know, you remember when Showdown first came out? Maybe my roster wasn't as strong as it is now, but I would switch guys and I'd use Valentine on Brock, NBT, and like I was always using my MP Steelers like all the time during 4-star bronze when it first came out. So, if 5-star is like that, I that could definitely happen. I wonder if we'll see, or if they'll like triple colors, or if everyone will get another color for their class. I mean, will we see 3 moves of each color eventually? That would be crazy. Although, you imagine being that board dependent if you don't get that color. You'd definitely have to use the coaches for the starting board. I think they'd add more leagues. I mean, give people something to chase after. It's just way too soon. Yeah. They have a kind of a skewed value of resources anyway. Like if you look how much it costs, like when they sell TP, Like, how much are the deals? Like, you get 100 TP and it's like $20, and 100 TP doesn't even level half of a move at 4-star gold. So you're talking like, we're gonna sell you TP to level a move. It would cost you what, $50-$60 based on that pricing. So I don't know why you'd ever buy TP. I just farm it, but they definitely kind of have their values skewed when it comes to resources, I think. Oh, that's just funny. That's nice. Yep, I farm TP. There's no way. Oh, I'll buy it. I wait till I get tour perk, and then, I mean, frickin' Dango Fashion Police, one move over. Or I'll use Kane and just turn 1 it. Or when I max tour perks, I'll just use Dango and turn 1 anything on hell. I don't mind Blitz perks. They're cheap and they help a ton, and I don't mind tour perks because they help a ton. Those perks I think are great for the game. I do not think perks where it's competitive are a good idea. So Showdown and Feud, I wish those would go away, but they're never gonna. Yeah, those are great when you find those road matches that you couldn't do a node, or they changed the requirement or something, or now you have a guy for that node. And you're like, oh, nice. There's 1,000,000 coins. Yeah, tour perks you used to be able to max a lot sooner. It sucks you can't now. Oh, Farmageddon. Yes. Just let me redo every tour with an auto clear ticket. Yeah, level selector, so you can slide and then just click level them up that much. That would be amazing. How about a X button for your feud lineup? Or your blitz lineup, just to clear it? How about that? I'd take that too. I'd put that on one of my high wants. How is that not a thing? E2, like, really? That is why I didn't have Rowan forever. I had recruited him before Farmageddon thing, before you could replay his tours. I had already recruited him, and it didn't matter that I already recruited him. They took him off my roster with all shards. I almost quit. That I was really mad, super mad, and I was gonna quit. And I decided if I was going to keep playing, then everything that happened to me from there on out was my fault, and I needed to be okay with that. And I like playing the game so much that I decided I would be okay with it and not get nearly as mad when I got screwed, because it was my own fault for staying. So yeah, that whole debacle almost got me to quit playing, and then I decided, you know what? I like playing the game, so I'm not going to sweat it and just assume I will get screwed and do what I can to protect myself. So that's generally why I don't get pissed about stuff too much anymore. Sasha was a really frustrating month for me too. That's the first Chase character I missed. I think it was a calendar year. I had missed Becky and I had missed Ray, and I had gotten every monthly character since then, but not Sasha. And I easily maxed the event and all of that stuff, but it didn't matter because getting her it didn't matter how you did solo, it required other stuff too, which was really frustrating for me. Later, Punisher. Thanks for hopping on, man. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I'll probably do a couple more blitzes and call it good. I close the store again tomorrow night, so another later night for me. Typhoon is freaking amazing. Like, him and Dango are probably the most underrated showboats in the game right now, in my opinion. Like, straight up, Dango's the most useful showdown guy, I think, on the planet because of his tag move. He's so good. And then Typhoon is just super utility. He can heal, he can win himself. Yeah, I mean, like, straight up, Typhoon's a beast. I mean, I made a video basically telling people, look, use your resources, level this guy up as much as you can. I would take him over most showboats. I'd rather use Typhoon over Matt Hardy, who's, you know, often towards the top of tier lists. Not even close. I'd much rather have Typhoon. Super versatile, great kit. Brings a ton to your roster. You can heal any of your guys in a tag match too. So he's great that way as well, aside from being a great healer himself. He was my main showboat forever. Honestly, Matt Hardy was my first. I pulled him in the Hardy event, and I was a fairly new player then. And he got me through so much content. He was one of my first guys I took to 4-star when 4-star came out. And a lot of where I got was thanks to Matt Hardy. But, yeah, he's at 4-star silver, I think, and will never probably go gold for me. There's just so many other. Showboat is kind of a gimmicky class, like, so I like having guys in that class that can do cool things, whether it's protect gems, because their gem damage is so low, or a guy like Typhoon that can heal a bunch. Dango can tag your guys in, so I kind of like that for a gimmicky class. Because their gem damage is low, they should do something that the rest of your squad doesn't. Or at least that's just how I look at it. It's kind of, when I look at classes, one of the things I look at, like, kind of what's the point? Like, what does this class do? Like, obviously, Striker does gem damage, right? So it'd be pretty difficult to find a choose move showboat or something like that you would say, you know what, I want to use this gem-based damage guy over a Striker or a Powerhouse because they're the two highest gem damage guys. So I can't. Will this end it? No, he'll kick out. So I'm going to eat his finisher, but I should be fine. I have him as well. Also got him 2-star bronze free in the faction event. He's quite good. And did you get his strap too? Roberto, did you get his strap? Yeah, he has actually pretty high gem damage because of that strap bonus that the Hall of Fame guys get and stuff. I think I was in Showdown and I saw a Sting at 4-star gold and he had like 5k yellow gems. And I was like, what the heck? That's super high. So he would probably be an exception to the gem damage thing. Although, how do you like running him? Mine is 4-star bronze. I haven't messed around with him a lot. How do you like running him? How am I doing on points? I know Bomber's gonna be ahead of me. I don't even have to guess. Holy crap, Bill and Gamebox. Calm down, boys. Coyote, he's always up there. Joe, man, a lot of big points. Nice, yeah. That's probably, looks like the set that's probably the best. Oh, there's Jorge. He's killing it too. Where am I at? Oh, there's Bomber, 286. Have I caught you yet? 234. Jeez. Slacker over here. I do not like being this close to middle of the... Okay, never mind. I'm going to do some more blitzes before I go to sleep. At least 4 more. The double blue would be kind of tempting too, because at 4-star gold he destroys 2 rows with that 6 MP blue, right? The choose row move, I think it is. I really, yeah, but yeah, blue. Right, I got you. I really need to find a coach that adds more reds to the starting board. I know Fiend does. I think he's the only one though, and I obviously do not have Fiend. 4K yellow gem, yeah, so you can buff that sucker up quite a bit once you strap and stuff in. So yeah, I bet you when you're in the match, you're over 5k. Or close. And he's got tons of hit points too. Which is pretty dang good for a striker. The gem damage on him. Or not a striker, I'm sorry, a showboat. He's yes, he's a trainer though, Jorge. I meant like the coach slot. Like Andrade is purple, Z Sasha at 9k is purple, Z Charlotte is yellow. I don't know why she's yellow. She should be red because she's a powerhouse. Yeah, so I've recently found it's pretty great. Like when I can put 2 coaches in that add 25% to the gem board with the purple. It's so easy to get a purple match. I get it like almost every time. So I'm kind of looking for those guys. I know NWO Show is a black coach that does it. Oh. My kitty that we're fostering is a little bit sick, so you may hear him kind of snorting. He wants to be held. He's a sweetheart. I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, if you have any of those, like my Sasha's 9k, and then I have Andrade. So when I put them both into coach, like almost every time there's a match on the board for purple. So those are very powerful coaches. So hopefully they'll release some more reds and some more blacks. So right now it's just Fiend for red that I know of, and black is NWO Show. I know, buddy. He's going to the vet tomorrow to get antibiotics. He's a good boy. It's okay. Those guys are phenomenal at coaches. That's why I took Z Sasha and Z Charlotte to 9k. Is straight up for the yellow and the purple. Do you have Zombie Charlotte or Zombie Sasha yet, Roberto? If you do, they're, in my opinion, they're worth working on it for the coaching ability. Plus, and this is, I'm sure, not super popular among everyone, I actually really like Z Sasha's gameplay. With the board shuffle and the sub, the board shuffle is super low MP. Yeah, I actually really like her gameplay. She's super fun to use. I'll probably take her gold eventually, especially because I have a skip turn strap for her too. Hey, buddy. You might, when you have spare resources, you might look into that because they are very good coaches, and also, you know, they're going to be useful twice a year in the zombie events. Because right? I know everyone, like most everyone hates Zombie Sasha. I actually think she's really good. Oh, I'm jelly. I'm super jelly, actually. But I'm weird, especially with the female class. Like, Bailey's by far my favorite. I have Z Page, and she's at 4-star bronze. I like Bailey more than Z Page. So, like I said, I'm not always the best on women gameplay, what I like and don't like. He was mad he pulled her out for. I'd actually be happy. That's funny. Yeah, so I've seen a few people say that the gem defense reduction coach colors are kind of worthless trainers. Because they're a coach, I would disagree, because situationally I can see times when they'd be quite useful, especially if you're using double gem defense build and like Honky Tonk Man and it's someone's primary color. There's a good chance they won't kick out. She's so much fun, Bailey. So much fun. Bailey's a boss. I'm going to make just enough blacks to not hit any, and good old Vince will get him. Just watch. Ooh, I got one. Excellent. That's okay, bud. Kitty Cat is perched on my shoulder like he's a parrot. Nice. Man, belt parts. I wish we could farm those. I would totally farm for belt parts. 100%. Yeah, it's a long, slow process, but 100%. All of those expos, buy as many of them as I can. I use a decent amount of in-game cash for kickouts on the hard Triumph tours and stuff. So like today with Ziggler, I used a couple kickouts, but I beat Hell Mode with a 5k Ziggler. Really is. How? Oh, so I have a really I use two kickouts, two cash kickouts. But he's got a green sub, and I have Bruno, who adds 50% sub damage, and one more turn on the sub, and then I ran him with the Bray, Trickster Bray for 3 more turns on the sub, and then Austin 316 for sub damage, and then couple green up props to get him started, And then green, green, blue, because the blue makes greens. So, yeah, Bruno helps a ton for any green sub guy because he adds a ton of damage and an extra turn. But, yeah, so it'd definitely be harder without Bruno because he's adding another 50% sub damage. So I think my 5k Ziggler was doing 6 or 7k damage a turn for 7 turns. And then I had to use 2 cash kickouts. But, 60,000 ingots I felt like was worth it. Right, obviously, hey cat, I can't see. Obviously, Triple H is the good prize there. I really hope I can get him. Looking at the gameplay, I think for sure he'd be my best acro. I think only Z-Taker or Ray, if you have both gears, is better. He just looks really good. So I hope I can get him too. Because my acro is a pretty weak class for me. I'll show you when we're out of this my acro class. I have 2 4-star gold acros. Eddie and Andrade. And then my X-Pac is 4-star silver. Right? He absolutely would be. He's a way better X-Pac that only needs 1 MP trainer. And I think the first move is cheaper to get you started too, so. I'm really pretty hyped for him. His movesets look really powerful, really good. Especially the second cycle through, so no one I saw use this setup that I want to use. The other blue move, not the finisher, but the one that creates 2 columns, Roberto, of multiply gems. If you run him the double purple and you blow up most of the board or all the board, depending who you have for trainers and coaches, you're either going to get 6 or 7. Yep, he's got 2 builds for sure. The second cycle through, you're going to put the multi-gems down, so now you're going to break either 6 columns or 7, depending on if you have Drew or not. But 2 of them are going to be full of multi-gems, so really it's like in their times 3. So that's like breaking 10 rows. So second time through, game's over. No one's going to kick out if they manage to kick out the first time. So I just don't see how he can't be like one of the top 3 acros in the game. Oh, sorry, I got kittens everywhere right now, and they're distracting me / destroying the house. We're fostering 4 of them right now. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh. They're attacking the mouse. You guys are the only reason people watch my stream. Did you know that, kittens? I have to get a webcam just to show you guys off. I'll do my key pulls and call it after this, and then I'll show you my acros real quick too, Roberto. And I'll check my Triple H shards, because I don't know how many I have right now. And I have to feed some kittens anyway, before bed. This should connect some. A lot of blacks out there. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. 453? Dang, dude. I know I don't have that many. You're on a pretty good pace so far. Wow. Did you get a decent bag too, Jorge? $50's pretty great, man. I've got 5 from both of mine so far. Let's see. Roster. Class. There's my acros. Jimmy is probably, of the guys that aren't 4-star gold, the one I would bring up next. But I'm not really planning on it. Ember Moon, I got super lucky. She was a free pull, and I got her from the Ember Moon bags from doing the tours. But she's unleveled. With Bailey, I see no reason to level her. They're both modern acros, so... Triple H shards. Let's see where I'm at. Stinger's fun. He was actually my farmer forever. Yeah, I'm not even to 400 yet. I only have 397 guys. Boo me. Stinger was my farmer forever till I got Eddie. Then it was Eddie. He's a lot of fun, especially if you have his gear. He's pretty dang good. Not top tier for sure, but he is fun. I like running him this way. And then with the gear, you don't need NXT Seth, really. So you can either run him Eddie and then do a lot more sub damage, because he's got a super nasty sub. Yep, he's really good. I like Stinger a lot. He's fast. Plus he's the Stinger, so And then particularly since you have him too, move generate. You coach him with your other Sting and the gear, so that's like what he's doing 9 color turn gems. So you really don't need Seth. And you could use steel there or not, because they charge super low. So you could also do. Actually, this is how I liked running him, because 14k almost damage for 7 turns on that sub. So that's what, 98k on the sub, which is crazy. And the greens load super easy, so that's kind of how I liked running him. Now, you could also go a different route, right? You could keep NXT Seth, and then you could do a ton of blue gem damage too. I've not really tried that, but I don't see why that wouldn't work. And you'd probably do a bunch of damage there, so. Okay, yeah, then you probably wouldn't go that route, so you might as well, I would say, instead, just go, if you don't have Eddie, then just use Seth NXT with the gear and with Sting. And you could use Austin 316 or Steel. It doesn't really matter. I would say probably use Steel, get started right away in this case, maybe. I don't know. So what, 13 into blue? So you could do that. Or you could keep Austin 316, use Steel there. A lot of stuff you could do. He's fun. I like Sting. He's fun. Fast. He's good. Sir, what else? I'm very excited about this guy. I wasn't wasting any health packs because I'm lower than I want to be, so I was messing around with a bunch of different builds for him. Ciampa's going to be fun. Really fun. Also, low-key, love the snake. At 4-star gold, this bleed is really nasty. We ain't catching booty. Do you mean Blitz? Whoa. Ciampa is my favorite active too. I would have spent for him. I got him for free. You have no idea how stoked I was. Let me rephrase. I would have spent for him if it was guaranteed that I would get him, you know, like in the milestones and stuff. He's super fun, and I'm going to max his levels too because I'm a mark. And I'll be doing videos on him also because I'm a mark, and he's my favorite. Let's go back there. So I don't have the medals all that I want for him, but check this out, Roberto. I did put some good ones on him. So I know it's Vitality. Don't freak out yet. I'll show you why. That Vitality, tier 4, level 15, 30% gem damage. Yep. Same Jorge. That's why I'm doing hard mode. And he's got black move damage on it too. So that's why I have the Vitality. And the other Vitality is also 4-star. All move damage. Yeah, dude. Ciampa is so good at the psychological stuff. I was at NXT Portland TakeOver Live where he fought Adam Cole. And when he came in, I would say the crowd was 70-30 for Cole. And by the end of that match, it had to be 80-20 for Ciampa. Like, just, he is so good. Yeah, 30%. It's a beaut. I maxed this level. That wasn't easy. But he is so good on the mic. He's so good in the ring. I love that guy. And this is a really solid one, too. It's got gem defense on it and all move defense. But his all move damage is 15%. So when you're, there's a couple of really cool ways to run him. So that, anyway, that's why the Vitality's on there, because of how much gem damage it adds between the two of them. Ideally, this would be like a Fury gem. That was a 30%er, but I just don't have any of them. So I have a Fury gem defense on him, more green gem damage. Dude, if you ever get the chance, it is so worth it. For my birthday, my wife got me a seat 5 chairs back from the ring. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. Like, it's the best live sporting event I've ever seen. It was so good. So yeah, I'm totally hyped for him. I'm going to use star fills on him. Just because I got one to take him to 3-star. So I'm going to use star fill to get to 3-star. And I've been messing around with his moves. The finisher is doing 70k. Earlier today, I did 200k on a finisher because you set up the cascades running him this way. There's 2 different ways, maybe 3, you can really run him. Yeah, in Europe you would have very little chance. However, on the plus side, NXT UK is pretty awesome too. Frickin' Devlin Jordan's awesome. Obviously Walter. The Mustache Mountain guys, man, I love the Mustache Mountain guys. Those guys are great. I'm assuming you liked the match between Mustache Mountain and DIY. What am I doing? Come here. So instead of this one with this one, you do this and move damage. This. So with the strap, I was hitting 71k on the finisher. And you're choosing 4 gems to make into green, which is plenty to get to your finisher. Your finisher makes 5 silence gems into black. Oh, kitten. And so you place 5 of these to create cascades with the finisher. So a lot of times my finisher is doing 140 to 200k damage, messing with that, and he's not maxed out yet. So, and neither is my gold dust. So that's one way you can run him. If you don't have Rezer, and a lot of people don't, that's a pretty good way to run him. Otherwise, yeah, like Orton, but you're setting up huge cascades. So a better Orton, but yeah, and you recycle the black because you're choosing black, so you start it all over again next turn. If they live, then you're doing it all over again. So that's a great set. The other one, it's a little bit different. Yep, exactly. Is this one with Rezer? Oh. Plus his move animations, dude. They are so great. It looks so awesome. His Avalanche Project Champa is crazy. I'm not a fanboy at all. So this way, gem damage. You can really do it a couple ways. You can do it with silence to buff this big move here. What I like to do is with Rezer, you can turn 7 silence gems into green gems. So you take and you drop turn 1 because they're cheap. This choose 2 rows, and you only put 1 row down. Put it on the top so you're less likely to create a cascade. And you hit it, and then you make a 7 match and get a wild card. And you have four things left on your pin bar. So then you make a match and you have 1 thing left on your pin bar. And you've done a lot of damage. Then you drop the 2 rows of silence gems. End your turn. Start of your next turn. You drop 2 more rows. So that's 4 rows, 28 silence gems. And then you hit your Avalanche Project Champa, 28 silence gems at 4k and change. So that's like 130k. And then you recycle using the discus clothesline. Usually that like kind of finishes it. So both are really fun. Both are pretty cool. I'm not sure which I like more yet. I'm gonna mess around with it a bunch. He's super fun. And he looks amazing. The character is on point. And yeah. And the move animations are great. So totally mark out. It's worth it. I'm going to pull my keys. And alright guys, cosmic key right here for the choose your character. Any takers? Anyone want to bet? Cosmic key. I do not have Gargano. I wish I did, but he was spend only, and I don't pull for those guys. I don't do mega pulls. I only will spend if it's an event that gets me a guaranteed guy. And then I have my limits too. I am not a whale, I'm a dolphin. Thanks, guys. I am predicting a bunch of Rikishi shards. I have not seen anyone pull one yet. Or heard of anyone pulling one yet. And we're doing the Jorge special, the slow pull. The no tappy. Hey, that's all that matters. Ooh. Whose shards do you need to get him to fuse 3-star gold? Last one. Cosmic key right here. Here it comes. It's going to be... Nope, it's not a cosmic key. That's okay. It's the next best thing. Big John stud shards. Yes. Oh, there. Okay. Yes, Rikishi. Mine's 9K. I think, what is this? 800 fuse point. Yeah, they're giving a lot of his shards out, so there's a good shot you'll get him if you pull on that. It's crazy how many they're giving out for him. Forgot to claim those guys. I should probably do that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Well, guys, thanks for hanging on the stream. Oh, let's see where I'm at. I got to do a few more yet. I know. I'll get them tomorrow. Dude, that's really close. You should get there easily if you only need 60 more. Bunch of crazy guys with their huge scores. Bomber's still ahead of me? No. 260,000. Dang. Thanks, Roberto. I appreciate everyone being on and talking. It makes it a lot more fun. Gives me, since it's just me on here, something to talk about. It makes the blitzes go by fast. You guys are awesome. I super appreciate it. I mean, it was pretty okay, other than that spot where, you know, Shane O'Mac was in. Yeah, 44 is okay. I gotta get higher. I think I still need, like, what, 4 more runs or so for my 1%. Yeah, Bomber he was up here. Yeah, I'm sleeping soon. Like in 10 minutes kind of soon. It's 1:30 now. Gotta feed these kittens and then go to bed. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You all have a good night, okay? No, remember when Cena died and I wasn't paying attention and then Shane had to go in. Oh, I see. I'm dense. Yes, there was no Shane run. We'll edit that out. Totally. Have a good night, guys. Thanks.